Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now it is happening. Bitcoin is finally attempting a breakout above this crucial level on the price chart, which also means a breakout from this pattern that we need to pay attention to. While this is happening, we're also seeing potentially the next major short squeeze officially begin. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly Bitcoin chart, and right now Bitcoin is still playing out this bull market signal, which only confirmed just a few months ago, around 2 to 3 months ago, which I shared at that time here on the channel. And as I also shared back then at much lower prices, the last 2 times this has happened, the last 2 times we've seen a huge breakout in the weekly Bitcoin RSI from a massive descending line of resistance. We've seen a bull run in the price of Bitcoin for at least the next 1 year approximately, following that bull market signal. And so at least this chart right here, this signal is telling us that we're likely going to see a continued bull market well into 2025. And if we're taking a look at this weekly Bitcoin chart, looking at the weekly Bitcoin MACD, as of right now, this is still showing a lot of bullish momentum, but we're starting to lose a small amount of bullish momentum in the short term. But overall, things are still looking very much bullish right now on the larger timeframes. And if we're taking a look at the 4-day time frame, the super trend indicator is still sitting in the green, indicating a larger bull market. And so, as I always say, despite what happens in the short term on smaller time frames, like for example, we can see slight little pullbacks or sideways consolidations in the short term, but despite that happening on those smaller time frames, when we're zooming out, looking at the bigger picture, we're currently within a much larger bull market. And with that being said, taking a look at this weekly Bitcoin chart, and right now the price of Bitcoin is on the edge of potentially a major breakout to the upside, because as I record in this video, the price of Bitcoin is attempting a small breakout just above 102,000, which is this 1618 Fibonacci extension level on this weekly Bitcoin chart at around 102,000. But even though as I record in this video, the price of Bitcoin is trading ever so slightly above 102,000, at least for now, that possible attempt of a breakout is not confirmed at all right now, because we need to see a confirmed breakout with ideally a weekly candle close confirming well above $102,000. And in case you're wondering, the next weekly candle close is in less than half a day from now at exactly midnight UTC. At the end of the week, that's the weekly candle close. And so if between now and then, if in the next few hours or so, we continue to pump in the price of Bitcoin, and let's just say confirm a weekly candle close at 103 or 104,000 in the next few hours, then in that case, that would confirm the breakout. But until then, once again, we just need to wait for confirmation here. And if we see that confirmed breakout, or when we see that confirmed breakout above 102,000, the next price target I'll be paying attention to is this 2618 Fibonacci extension level on this 3-day Bitcoin chart, and that is sitting at around $113,000 per Bitcoin. And so essentially a quick $10,000 move to the upside could be coming next once we ideally first confirm this breakout above 102,000 with a weekly candle close once again. And if you want to get set up ready to go to take this next major trading opportunity in the short term, personally, I take most of my trades right now over on BTNX. So I'll make sure to leave a link to BTNX below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here where you can claim an exclusive deposit bonus that's only available if you use that link. So if you simply just use that link below this video to make your BTNX account and then deposit 100 USDT and start trading, you get a $20 bonus. Or if you deposit 500 USDT, you get a $100 bonus, or 1,000 USDT deposit and then start trading and you get a $200 bonus. And so especially if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, or if you want to get set up ready to go to take the next trading opportunity, once again, definitely check this out. First link below this video. And in case you're wondering, BTNX is a no KYC exchange, which means you can access it from basically any country in the world without needing any KYC. But for whatever reason, if you don't want BTNX, there is also Bybit as another option out there, another exchange I also trade on. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit below this video. And if you use that link, you can get a 500 USDT position airdrop. So basically a free $500 trade as your first trade over on Bybit, but that's only available if you use the link below this video video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account. But with that being said, taking a look at this Bitcoin chart on the daily time frame, and right now the price of Bitcoin is finally attempting a breakout above that 102k level, as I said earlier. But 102k is not only important due to this Fibonacci extension level, it's also important because it's the line of resistance for this possible rising wedge pattern right here. And of course, not only are we seeing an attempt of a breakout above this resistance, which still needs to be confirmed with a candle close once again, but once we're seeing this breakout here, we're also now seeing a breakout in the daily Bitcoin RSI above this descending line of resistance, which is another bullish signal, because this is an early invalidation signal, a signal pointing towards the invalidation of this bearish divergence, because of course we have higher highs confirmed in the price and lower highs in the RSI, which is technically a bearish divergence. And so this basically slowed us down a little bit in the short term. So we lost some bullish momentum in the short term from that larger bullish market. But if this breakout confirms in the price with at least a daily candle close, but ideally, once again, a weekly candle close above 102,000, if that breakout confirms in the price at the same time as confirming a breakout in the RSI, ideally also breaking out above a previous high in the RSI, that would be even better. But once that happens, that would be very bullish in the short term, pointing towards much higher price targets, as I mentioned earlier, at around 113k, just as the next price target before potentially even higher prices. And of course, if we confirm this breakout above around 102,000 approximately with those candle closes on this time frame right here, then in that case, that would basically invalidate the rising wedge being a possible bearish pattern, because as I said in my last Bitcoin video, statistically speaking, a rising wedge is a bearish pattern because roughly around 2 times out of 3, a rising wedge breaks to the downside, and then roughly around 1 times out of 3, a rising wedge breaks to the upside. And so once again, as I explained recently here on the channel, even though a rising wedge statistically is more likely to break to the downside, it can still break out to the upside, which is why I wait for confirmation before entering a trade. So just because this might have a slight higher chance to break to the downside than to the upside, I'll not, for example, enter into a short position or sell Bitcoin just based on that alone. First, I would wait for confirmation of a break of one of these levels, which right now we're potentially breaking out above resistance. But once again, this still needs to be confirmed with a candle close. And if we're taking a look at the 12-hour time frame, obviously we're continuing this huge bounce from this critical level of support in the short term, which is currently sitting at around 97,500, getting closer towards 98,000. And also we have this area of support based on the volume profile indicator sitting in between around 96,500 to 98,000 approximately, acting as major support. So if we were to see a bit of a pullback, expect a lot of support right there, and also some support right here sitting at around 101,000 approximately. And if we're taking a look at this 12-hour Bitcoin chart, right now the price of Bitcoin is still showing very similar price action right now compared to what we saw pretty much exactly 4 years ago. In fact, if we're measuring out the amount of time that this previous bearish divergence 4 years ago actually played out from that high right there, from when the bearish divergence confirmed to until we actually saw the breakout to the upside, that was roughly around 2 weeks, give or take, from when the bearish divergence confirmed until when we ultimately confirmed a breakout. And if we're measuring out from where we are right now, well, from when this bearish divergence confirms to where we are right now, it's close to 2 weeks. And as I talked about just earlier, not only are we seeing a possible breakout in the price, which still needs to be confirmed ideally with those candle closes, but not only is this happening in the price, we're also getting very close to a breakout in the RSI. If we're looking at the 12-hour Bitcoin RSI as of right now, it is basically testing this descending line of resistance very, very close to a breakout. And if we're looking at what happened 4 years ago, as soon as we saw that breakout in the RSI, that was an invalidation signal telling us we're coming to an end of this bearish divergence. It's basically no longer playing out and we're getting closer towards the next major breakout. And of course, what came next 4 years ago after all of this price action right here, we saw an explosion to the upside in the price of Bitcoin to much higher prices to continue the larger bull market. And so right now, we are potentially on the very edge of that happening. This could honestly happen at any moment now. Once we confirm this breakout here, which could happen at any moment in the RSI, that will be a signal telling us the bearish divergence is over in the short term and we're about to start heading higher again. And so once again, if you want to prepare for that trading opportunity, check out those links down below this video to get ready to go using those exchanges if you want to claim those extra bonuses. But taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, and right now we have a lot of liquidity in between around 103,000 all the way up towards around 105,000. In that 2K price range, we have a lot of liquidity. And in case you're new to the channel, that essentially means a lot of short positions. So people betting the price will go to the downside. A lot of short positions will get liquidated. They'll get wiped out of the market in that range right there once the price crosses above that range. And when a short position closes or gets liquidated, they essentially have to buy back into the underlying asset, in this case, buying back into Bitcoin in order to close that position. And so in other words, they push the price higher when they get liquidated, the short positions that is, because they have to buy back into Bitcoin. And when you buy Bitcoin, that pushes the price higher, which liquidates more short positions, which pushes the price higher again, liquidating more shorts and so on. That is what a short squeeze is. And right now, as of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is sitting on the very edge of potentially the next major short squeeze to much higher prices once we can ideally just confirm this breakout above these highs at approximately 102,000, ideally with those candle closes, as I explained earlier. And especially if we confirm the breakout in this RSI, invalidating the bearish divergence, that could start this next short squeeze. So we're getting very close to that next major move that could happen at any moment now. We're just waiting for a little bit more confirmation. And once again, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, you can profit from all of that price action by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions. And the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.